Hey guys, I'm with Troy Coop today, and Troy has been competing since 2015. He's done a number of my shows. How many shows have you done since 2015, Troy?
I think right around a dozen. I've kind of lost track.
And something I've noticed from show to show that you've done over the years, Troy, is you've always kept working. You kept trying to get better and improve yourself. But there was something that clicked in 2019, something that you just went on another level, unlike what you'd ever competed at before. Will you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I would have to say the greatest thing that happened to me in 2019, as far as how successful I was the change in my diet. For years I competed and just I think a lot of it was ego, just saying, you know what, I know how to do this, I can do this right, I can figure this out. And I always had my training pretty much on point, I think. And of course, I talked to you several times, and always had a lot of respect and admired what you do. And talking with you, you said something about, Troy, we need to change your diet. So, I pulled my ego out of it and submitted to Josh here, letting him do my diet, and that is what I would have to say contributed the most to my success in 2019 and the wins that I had.
Now, from 2015 all the way through 2018, you never had a coach. You did this all on your own. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Again, I must admit, it's the ego, and sometimes we just have to check that at the door, and we have to say, if we're needing help with something, why not ask somebody that might be able to help you a little bit. So I'm glad, obviously, that I got with you, and I was able to be successful with the training. With the diet.
I tell people that often. It helps so much to have a coach that can guide you and show you the right direction to go. Take all the guesswork out of it for you. Provide that next level of motivation. Keep that vision alive. Not always easy to do if you haven't got a coach that is helping you do that.
I 100% agree. Again, my training I felt like was on target, and I knew what I was doing, but I was lacking something. And that something was diet, motivation, and accountability, which quite honestly came from you, Josh.
Troy, I've been following you a lot on social media, and something I noticed about you is that you're a very positive person. You put a lot of positive content out on social media. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, first of all, I appreciate that. And I feel like partly the reason I do that is because there's a lot of negativity in the world today. I mean, a lot. And I think that it's just better to be positive. I think the more positivity we have in the world, the better the world will be. So I try to be positive. I try to motivate others to be positive, and just be kind to people.
So what's next on the agenda as far as competing for Troy Coop?
Well, Josh, I'm going to have to say that's probably a mystery at this point. What I'm going to do this year, I've been very busy with my business and some other things going on, but I have a passion for it, and sometimes I have to put into practice what I preach, and it's just really this simple. You make time for what you really want to make time for, and if you want it bad enough, you'll do it. So we'll see.
What are 3 words that describe Troy Coop?
Well, I would have to say 3 words that would describe me would be positive, motivating, and forgiving.
Troy, wrapping this interview up, is there any last words you'd like to share with the viewing audience?
Yeah, here we go. As always, guys, remember to be kind to people. And until next time, Coop out.
Awesome. All right, Troy, also want to say as a client, man, I've got to work with Troy, and a phenomenal client. Did exactly what I asked him to do. Easy client to train, and I appreciate working with you. Good work, well done. Look forward to seeing you at your next show and seeing how far you go, man. I know you're going to go a long way. Thanks, man.
Appreciate you, John.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.